Alrighty then. That is a way too quick crunch. Let me try that again. Hold on, hey, wait. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna be more dramatic just for you guys. Just give me a sec. I'm gonna do this. Ain't no way I'm coming in like that. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Alright, let's try this again. Ready? Wah. Alright, g'day guys, and welcome. My name is Michael, and I am the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to, well, I mean, this is legendary, kind of, I guess, you know, it's something like that. We are going to hopefully do a legendary section at the end, but, you know, we're going to be doing some world building today. That's what we're going to be doing. Good morning. It's so good to see so many of you. Jasmine, Centauri, McBluff, Lance, all good to see you guys. Can't wait to see y'all on your D&D roulette this weekend. They seem like they're going to be hilarious, or maybe just hilariously bad if any bard skill checks are involved. Yeah, tell me about it. I did not get a great role on the character or what I'm doing. Look, I mean, to be honest, though, I mean, look, if those of you who've known me for a while, you know that I'm a very big max minner, right? I always try to, like, hurt my characters as best as I can to see if I could play them. So I'm actually not too unaccustomed to playing characters like him. But I think his stats were like, hang on, let me, you know what, let me just pull up the stats. Hold on. Because I got access to them now. Here we go. Out of the Abyss, view my character sheet, Edo. Yep, here he is. Underdark mode. Ooh. Yeah, give me Underdark mode. Yeah, that's cool. I don't know what that did, but it's cool. Oh, it means all my things are black instead of white. That's awesome. That's cool. Because I'm actually photosensitive, so it's actually really nice that D&D Beyond lets me do that. So that's cool. All right, so let's have a hold on. Let me share this with you guys so you guys can see this. I wasn't going to talk about this, but now I want to talk about it, right? Hold up. Let me just go to here, okay, there we go, and there, beautiful, there it is. Okay, cool. So this is the character sheet. There you go. Yeah, so my stats are 11, 11, 9, 6, 13, and 9. 13 is my high stat. And those two 11s are just mocking me. You know, just like, yes, we could have been a 12, but no, go to hell. God damn it. Yeah, so very low stuff there. Curl up, roll defensively. Yep. Unarmed strikes, yada yada yada. You know, it looks like it is going to be a really fun character. You know, like it's just going to be a bunch of really cool things. You know, I've got the key things: charming, healing, etc. Hideous laughter, which you know is what made me want to do a thing. Problem is that my actual save DC is pretty, you know, balls as well, to be honest. I'm allowed to change where my stats go. So, I mean, obviously, it seems as though my best option is to move my wisdom to my charisma. But, you know, I don't know if I consider that defeat or not, you know? Like, it might be just me defeating myself, just being like, no, I can't do it without charisma. I mean, I reckon I could do it with a -1 charisma. I reckon I could. Inspire, bardic inspiration, yada, yada, yada. I'm just kind of hoping that, did I get... Oh, I didn't even get freaking, what's it called? The thing, Uncanny Dodge. Damn it. Here I was relying on it. I was like, oh man, I hope I've at least got Uncanny Dodge, and then I can, at least, you know, tuck and roll and then take things. Still gonna use quills for swords? Yeah, probably. So yeah, that's the character. It's gonna be fun. I reckon it's gonna be a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of fun. Yeah. Okay. But let's talk about what we're going to be talking about today. Today, we're going to be building my new campaign. It's going to be 12 episodes as per the norm, and it's going to be set in my homebrew world of Aulestria. So, in order to talk about Aulestria, let's look at it. Some of you have seen this, some of you may not. That is because I've been building my home world for a while now, and I've run maybe 2 series now, 2.5 series, 3 series. Yeah, 3 series in this world. I've also done a few one-shots in it and the like, and I'm always adding to it. I'm always building on it. I'm not a great world builder, but I always find that talking with, you know, wonderful audience people, hanging out and chilling, you know, inspires some really great ideas. So, there you go. Okay, so Yeah, let me show you around a little bit. So this is the northern continent. This is kind of like the main adventuring area that we do stuff in. The first place that I kind of built was the Cinderfang Academy, which is basically Hogwarts. This was inspired by geez, what the hell's his name? Jason Brenner. And his Dimension 20 game. So I created an Adventurers Academy, and then I applied it to I applied a bunch of different surrounding cities and the like. I made the Elven Kingdom of Everrose. I made the Fey Forest of Vildravenvale, the Dwarven Lands, the Stoutlands. And then, of course, the Kingdom of Trist, which was the kind of like royal capital, as it were. So, you know, like everything kind of got built around this very European kind of culture in the immediate area surrounding this. But then as we moved around, I started adding a little bit more, a few different cultures through it. Also, hi, JMR. Nice to see you. Just having a very chilled out session today. So yeah, as we moved away from the what I called Atlan Bay, which was this whole area here, we have like the Restless Hills and the Mockingbird Plains, which kind of end up in like the Middle East kind of area. Like it sort of leans into it, and then once you buy the Mockingbird Plains, kind of goes into the Middle East. The Craglands are kind of like blighted, warring lands that are constantly being fought over. At the gates to the Kingdom of Brex, which is my tyranny and warlord lands. So there's like tons of warlords, hundreds of abandoned castles, and like there's a king who's trying to take over, but not doing well. You've also got the Iceborne Furrow, which is this whole white area here, ruled by kind of undead as well as, you know, sort of Vikings and the like. And speaking of Vikings, Vikings are actually ice elves, which come from Jurgasthal, who are exiles from the Elven Kingdoms, Salistar, which is over here. Yes, I know it sounds like Salazar, but you know, I named this ages ago, and I like the flow of that name. Flows very nicely. A lot of the animal races actually come from this area here, which is called Wilderon, and its companion nations, the Mammoth Kingdoms and Kashina. So all of my animal folk come from either there or Aquadia, which is the city of the underwater people. So, yeah. Basic premise of my world is a long time ago, the Tarask, who was the god of destruction, ended up stepping on the planet, which it wasn't meant to, ended up losing its mind and turning into a destructive beast. The people came together, ripped it apart, and created 7 perfect dungeons, each that started polluting the world and creating monsters. So up here, where you can see this kind of weird teal color, is actually I think the stomach bile from the actual stomach of the Tarask, which turned into a colossal ooze and started eating the planet. An ice mage froze it over, and it became one of the polar caps. There's lots more. There's lots more. But you know, they're cool. They're devastating. They're powerful. In addition to that, came about a curse. This curse created what's known as the Dusk. So instead of like having Drow and Durgar and Sverfneblin and all this, any race could become a Dusk character. And becoming a Dusk means that you simply have all the color taken out of you. So this might mean you are pure ivory, or it may mean you are pure, you know, sort of black and gray. Whatever the case is, the magic has been removed from you, but more importantly, if you start moving around the place, you actually blight the lands themselves. So you can actually see Eclipse Island is where they live, and these are the areas blighted by the Dusk, which, you know, happens over time. And it's irreversible. Any area, that is basically a non-magic area by that standard. So, yeah, that's in a nutshell. That is fundamentally how well, at least the base premise of my setting. Hello, Kalindria. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I hope you're well. So yeah. That's the basic premise of the world itself. You know, big dungeons, lots of curses, lots of conflict. You know, typical D&D fantasy fare. Anyone have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm more than happy to answer. But today I'm going to be building up this area of the ocean here. Now this is fundamentally this ring here, I guess. This area that you can now see on the map. This is supposed to be, let me just make this a little bit bigger. There we go. This is supposed to be the Pirate Isles. Now, at its center, I put the Willowy Atoll, which is like one of the big pirate islands, as it were. I haven't filled it out or anything like that, but it is quite substantial. Like, if I had to look at it, this is 500 kilometers around. So this is an actual island, So I wanted to create a series of kind of islands, like small islands, lost islands, kind of, just around the place, really. So, that's kind of the goal of today, is to create a bunch of islands that people can go visit. Hello, Desmaze! Or Desmay, sorry, my apologies. Good morning. How are you? I hope you are also well. We are building stuff. We're making stuff. We're doing stuff. Okay, so let's start with some islands here. The program that I'm using here is called Wonderdraft. It's actually a lot of fun. I quite enjoy it. So let's see, where do we want islands to be? So I think this area here being Antland Bay, that we don't really want any islands there. So how about we put that's okay. So I can actually change some of these details. So as you can see, that's a very clean cut, and I don't want it to be clean. So I'm going to go with land. And then over here, you can see I can change a bunch of the effects. So I'm going to change... Can I... Nope. Brush. There we go. Brush. Maybe water. Yeah, there we go. Water. Okay, so I need this one. Why can't I... Hello? Why can't I do that? Oh, okay, maybe I need to... Okay, so maybe I need to create like an island. And then go land, water. And then... Is that what I needed? That's not... Doesn't feel like what I needed. No, it doesn't feel like what I needed at all. Hold on. I feel like they've done some updates, and either that or I've just completely forgotten how to use this program. Hey, Falcon, what's wrong with a clean-edged island? Are you screwing clean-edged islands? Maybe. Ah, there we go. Okay, cool. Okay, so I needed to raise the island. Okay, there we go. Okay, so here we go. So you can raise islands. So we'll have a small island here. Another one there. Dying. I want to speak to your manager. How am I? I am doing absolutely awesome. Today I am building up a campaign that I'm going to be running reasonably soon. I mean, I say reasonably soon. It's like I'm hoping to have it sorted out by like August-ish. I got some very interesting players lined up, which fingers crossed everyone will be able to make when the time comes. And yeah, we're going to be doing a high seas pirate adventure. So in order to make a pirate adventure, I need to obviously make a pirate island. Okay, let's eat away at some of this. All right, that's nice. I kind of like that. Okay, there we go. All right, so let's okay, that's good. Yep, nice. There we go. All right. Oops. There we go. All right, cool. All right, that looks all right. That looks like a good few islands. What do you guys think? Looks filled out. Looks like an island thing. I mean, I would put more islands over here, but I think that works well as kind of like an ocean. Let's dial back maybe a little bit. Land lower. Okay, so dialing back a little bit. Let's get rid of this island. That one doesn't speak to me. Or that one. I think two big ones over here might not work, but a couple of little ones, that kind of works. Large cove with an inlet. Okay, yeah, totally. Large cove with an inlet. Let's go with something like that. There you go. We got a cove there. So what part are we planning now? We're just building islands, really. Like that's literally it. Just a bunch of islands, big, small, medium. Yeah. Let's see. Kind of don't like that one. I know I didn't make that just then, but, you know, I still don't like it. Ooh, actually, you know what? I do kind of... Yeah, that kind of looked cool. All right. High grizz for pirates. Yeah, lots of pirates. Lots of pirates, dude. All right, so, yeah, I'm creating pirate islands, as it were. So, here's my story, right? My story is currently that this area here was roughly where the Tarrasque, when it first started destroying islands and stuff, this was a continent destroyed and sunk by the Tarrasque in the first place. Two of my favorite characters have been swashbucklers. Nice. That's very cool. Karen! Need a nice barrier reef somewhere. Yeah, I agree. I think a nice reef would be good. We'll look at some underwater stuff in definitely a second. But let's take a look at some of the notable locations. What do we want as our key points or key places around the place? So I think Ruff End is the friendly pirate port, right? It's got a red symbol on it because it can be quite hostile. There are pirates, there are rogues and the like. No one really out there to kill anyone, right? Like it's kind of a friendly pirate town. The Willery Harbor, which is my major pirate hub, is like Tortuga. It's like, you know, sometimes you'll get robbed, you know, you won't get out alive, etc. Build Haven and Lichen Hollow are two major pirate areas. Haven't decided anything with them, but they are like, you know, the Willery Atoll. They're kind of like full on. Dread Island. This was actually named before I met Dread. But yeah, Dread Island is actually home to a... it's actually almost like a forbidden shore, as it were, because of the burning shore here. Yes, you may absolutely give me your idea. I would love to hear it. Absolutely love to hear it. Okay. All right. This was an underwater thing, and I don't know what it was yet. I haven't decided. I'm thinking... Merfolk town? Village? Water Genasi village. I like that. We'll put that as a Water Genasi village. I don't know, you know, what I was looking at in terms of that specifically. No, what am I doing? Ah! There we go. Okay. All right. So those are the fundamentals of the, you know, of stuff. Aquatic goblins. Ha, nice. We could definitely do that. All right. So I've got the... All right. So I've got Willery Atoll, which is this main thing, which, of course, includes Willery Harbor, which is over there. Let's see... See, I love and I hate ideas. I'm more than happy to. I'm not one of those people who will tell my audience, like, I love your idea because you're my audience and you pay me. I mean, yes, but ultimately, also, I will be critical and I will be like, I don't like that. I don't like it. All right. So let's put some placeholders in. I think the cove is definitely something. Something cove. We'll put that in there. This is definitely something island. Something island A. Something island B and C. So maybe this is like, you know, something like Gemini Island or something. I don't know. Could be whatever. Oh, this would definitely be one. Something island. D. Over here, definitely something island. E. Something island F. G and H over here. Maybe this section could be like the Uncharted Isles, because they're like super dangerous or something. Island I. J. Okay, so these ones are the important ones. So island K L. I'm doing too many of these. M. KLM. Something I'll here. N. Oh, okay, there we go. Okay, so if we clear these up, and then turn these into the Uncharted Isles. Yeah, so turn those into the Uncharted Isles, and then that kind of works. You know, we have a fairy penguin island. We do have a fairy penguin island. All right. So, we've got tons of islands, lots of places to explore, which is great. I guess my next thing is let's start coming up with some gimmicks for these islands. So for that, let us now convert. All right, so there we go. To this. All right, so this is a program that I use called Scrivener. It's a great writing tool, a lot of fun. Wall of text. All right, a dead shield type volcano with no descendable entrance, a low tide. There's a hard spot cave that could get a rowboat. Natural freshwater spring at the pool. Another section of the volcano caldera. Jungle paradise and stuff. Could even go to people living out there and helping each other out occasionally. Yeah, that could be kind of cool. I like that idea. No, definitely. I think that's definitely worthwhile exploring. Okay. So let's have a look. So how many islands do we have? We have a cove, an isle, and we have till O. Okay. So cove, isle, island A, Island B, Island C. Oh god, let me just D, E, F, G, H, I. Whose idea was it to make so many islands? J. It was mine. It was my fault. I'm sorry. K, L, M, N, O. Done. All right. Also, since it looks like a barren rock from the outside, most people don't take a second look. Okay, cool. All right. So Scrivener's up. Let us now go back to Autodraft and let's start designing these islands. Okay. So let's start with this island, Island D. Now, why do we want to start with Island D? Actually, you know what? Before I forget, Uncharted Islands. There we go. Uncharted Islands. Uncharted Islands. Yep, cool. All right. So why do we want to start with D? Because this one is closest to Rough End. Okay. So in the meantime, we can also build Rough End while we're doing this. Because I mean, that's how you world build. You kind of build on top of things. Have I named the water yet? No, I actually haven't. I have not. Rough End Town. Okay, let's see. Here we go. All right. Well, before we forget to, let's start with Rough End. So go back to Scrivener. I'd like to give you extra work. Thank you. I appreciate it. Okay, so. Hey, Rycon, what's up? All right, so town name, Rough End, base, premise, a pirate port town that primarily houses smugglers and black market dealers. While there is a strong pirate presence, Rough End's collection of guild masters ensure relative peace and order. Give Michael time. He's only been building Aulestria for a couple of years. Yeah, it's been a few years. So this is the beginning of the world you're building, or have you already been working on it before? Yeah, I know. I've been working on it for years. I just add a little bit to it every time I have to come up with a game. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll add this today, or I'll add that for the next campaign. Yeah. All right, so that's the base premise. This is the basics of what we're getting. All right, so for every good settlement, we need... let's see. Okay. So, population. Let's see. Town size. It is a... I'd say it's a small town. Small town. Population, let's say 1,800 folks, you know? I think 1,800 people is pretty good. Let's say that the population is mostly human with dwarves and halflings as their next. Most common races. Okay. Let's see. Town alignment. Chaotic good, I think. Yep. Okay, we've got the qualities. What are some of the features that we can find? What is Scrivener? Scrivener is just kind of like a very, very visual writing tool that allows you to kind of write stuff. So for me, if I have like draft ideas, they come up in like these little postcodes, and I can be like, oh, okay, cool, and then, you know, play around with ideas. These ideas can go away now. Move to trash, please. Thank you. And then empty trash. Okay. So yes, town of Rough End. Here we go. So qualities. What can people find in the town of Rough End? So let's throw that into the mix. What can people find if they were to come here? All right. So I think they should be smugglers, obviously. Exotic merchandise. So, for example, the town may not necessarily see some of this stuff, but the people here can get what you need, you know, that kind of thing. Strong commerce, I think, is a, you know, good point. Exotic merchandise and strong commerce. What else? What else? Bartleby, the Scrivener. Yeah. Scriveners were like scribes, I think. They were people who annotated for nobles and the like. What else should they be able to find at Rough Ends? Is there a shipyard? Is there a shipyard at Rough End? Let's go take a quick look at the map again. Real quick. Let's see. All right. So if there was a shipyard, as it were. Okay, if there was a shipyard, I know that there's a shipyard in Aulestria. There's one there. There's definitely one there. I believe there should be one at Willery Harbor. Would there be one at Rough End? Maybe that's what Island D could be. Island D could be like a what do they call it? Was it called squibbing? Squibbing? Nope, not squib. I do believe you're making up words. Yes, no, I think I am. What was it called? Ah, there was a whole thing. There's a word for it. It was like when you stole a ship, you would have to remove its name and like make it look different. And there's a word for that. Whoa. God damn it, what was it? Hang on, let me go look at one of my reference books here. Because I know that when I was playing Skulls and Shackles, I feel like we went and we visited a place that dealt with that. Let's see. Pathfinder books, modules, Adventure Path, Skulls and Shackles. Piracy. It's not I mean, it is piracy, but it's not. There's a specific word, and by thunder, I can't remember it. All right, here we go. Boop, 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 boop. Ah, that's where I got the name. Rickety Squib was the name of the NPC from the adventure that I'm talking about. So there you go. Okay. Oh, a rebuilt vessel is called a squib. Is that what it's... Is that right? A rebuilt vessel is called a squib. That's not right. Squib ship. Let's try that. It's a keelboat. Oh, pardon me. I've just got my phone. All right, I have returned. A squib is a type of small racing boat. So, no. It is to do with sailing, but it's the wrong term. Damn you, Paizo, for confusing my knowledgeables. Okay, yes. Throwing a chair. Oh, you're talking about my chair. Sorry, I always use the chair emote to throw chairs around, so that's what I do. All right. So, very well. So anyway, let's really talk about this. So rather than something Island D being a shipyard, what if it was a place where pirates who stole ships could take it, like kind of like an oceanic chop shop, as it were. They could either sell the parts or they could have a ship refitted and repurposed in order to sell later on. I mean, what do you think of that as an idea for Island D? Love the chop shop idea? Thank you, Karen. It would have to have quite a bit of wood shipped depending on how extensive things were. Well, I mean, that's exactly why I think this one would be perfect for it, because if you look, the island is actually right off the coast of the Kingdom of Trist, and there would be tons of ways that one could get wood from there. Absolutely tons of wood. And with Rough End being a mercantile place, that'd be perfectly fine, and it would also give them a very good reason as to why they would buy ships to cut up as well. Like, if you think about it, right, if a pirate attacked a vessel, and once they attacked the vessel, the ship was damaged, of course, you could bring it to the island to have it repaired, or you could just sell the ship, especially if it's one that you don't really care about, and they would strip it for parts. They would strip it for the wood and the stuff like that, Pirates on choppers. Yep. And then cows with guns. No. Okay. No, I love the idea. Okay, so that is the island chop shop. Shall we give it a name? Let's give it a name, shall we? I like that idea. All right. So it's definitely going to be a town. Now there is a random town button. Here we go. There we go. Raven's Nest. Nah, don't like that. Spruce Dam. If you guys have some names, throw them out there, and I'll put up a poll, and we can go for it. Hexanol. Sounds like a new drug. Wait, pirates on ships like the Windswift would be interesting. You mean like pirates on like airships? I mean, yeah, that could be a whole thing. Yeah, absolutely. Lazarus, where new ships are born. Ooh, I like that one. That one's going in the poll. 1 second, because we will do a poll, but Lazarus, the Lazarus Pit. No, it's too close. Oh, I got the hiccups. No. All right. New poll. Chop shop island name Lazarus. I like that one. The Emerald Court. No, thank you. Pikeville. Pike. Jasperley. Ooh, it's a bit of a mouthful. It has to be like kind of something a pirate could kind of say. Slitherwalk. Oh, kind of. I like that for a different place. Prism Post, Needlot, Mossy Bell, Diacross, Swelling Portal, Covenhurst, Covenhide, Triple Haven, Swineworth, Usterlock, Nightbell, Embercross, Heavy Store, Triple City, Nether Harbor, Mudberry, Wood Isle, Arlington. I like that one. Vigil Rock, Renewal. I like Arlington. I'm gonna go with that as well. So that's going on the poll. Oh, what about something like New Bones? That's a good one. That's a great one. I love that one. Pirate's favorite letter. I know this joke, but you can tell it. You can keep going. I'll Timber Heights, Pyromere, Alpenscar. I love that one. That's a great joke. I mean, I also love the idea of maybe the island being named after Davy Jones or something. I mean, let's just say the Locker as another one. There you go. Okay, so we got a poll going. All right, so feel free to cast your votes. What name should we call the island for the chop shop? I got some good ones there. I definitely have a favorite or two. Be sure to cast your votes in. Every vote counts. And I'm going to get a drink till I can get rid of these hiccups. I will be right back. All right. Where's the vote? The vote is in chat. If you can't see it, just refresh it real quick. Ow. Rah. Release the Kraken. Alright. Looks like, unless 4 people vote, looks like we're going with New Bones. Which is good. I like New Bones. I think that's a good one. I also really liked Lazarus as well. Oh, Lazarus is poking back up. We got 4 to 7. All right, final moments ticking down. All right. New Bones. So, New Bone Isle. All right. So, let's just head back into Scrivener real quick. So, this is New Bone Isle. Location where pirates can deal with an NPC. We can make the NPC if you guys would like, because, I mean, why not? In order to have their ships repaired, broken down, and sold, or repurposed with a fake registration. So I love that idea of like this island chop shop. And it's like, it's also one of those things where I think like the other kingdoms would know about what they do, but it's one of those like kind of like for the greater good thing, right? Because ultimately, if left to their own devices, pirates might simply just sink and kill everything that they see. But if there's an incentive for them to return the ships for parts, there still may be ways to recover things that the pirates weren't aware of, like hidden compartments, stuff like that. And then once those items get back in circulation, it's ultimately for the best in the event of, you know, stuff like that happening. So I think that's pretty cool. I like that. I dig that. All right. So we got New Bone Island. I like that. I like that a lot. Okay, let's head back to Rough End. So, does Rough End have a ship port? It does not. So let's just put Scrivener back on. There we go. Sweet. Okay, so small town, care of good. Qualities are smugglers, exotic merchandise, and strong commerce. A good place to recruit. Recruit sailors of fortune and privateers. So this is a good place to pick up adventurers. This is kind of like my starting zone, as it were, for a lot of the pirate adventures. At least I think it should be. All right, so now we've done that. Danger. What are some of the dangers of Rough End? Pirates, obviously. Pirates and thugs. Often many arrive ready to spend hard-earned gold on rum, company, and having a good time. Sometimes drunken brawls and conflicts happen in the streets. And while no city guard will break up a good old fisticuffed, Hey, Connie. Yeah, new campaign. Working on doing some world building for the new campaign too. Fisticuffs. Weapons use in the town is a strict no from the guild. So, there is some dangers in the form of the piracy and the thugs and stuff like that. Theft is obviously a real important thing. Theft. Buzz? Who's buzzing me? I have no idea who buzzed me. Whatever. Theft is a real problem. Rough End is said to be able to take your boots while you're standing in them. Yep, so that's kind of a cool twist on that. So yeah, pirate town. You're mostly dealing with thieves and brigands rather than actual violent sociopaths. So I kind of like that about this town. They will help each other. Guild manipulation, I think that's another danger. Manipulation. All new travelers are potentially marked by guild recruiters who try to indenture. I don't know how to spell that. Indenture. Yep. Servitude from rubes for their varying guilds. So yeah, that's kind of the nature of it. So, for those of you who are joining the chat now, and those of you who may not be knowing what's going on, my name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer. I do role-playing games here on my channel, and today we are sitting down and we are building a world. Or well, should I say we're expanding on a world that I have been building for quite some time. The world is called Aulestria. It is a fantasy-based adventuring world where let me actually show you the map. Where is it? Here we go. Boop. There we go. It is a fantasy adventure world in which a long time ago the gods had created this massive expanse and vowed to oversee it as it grew and became nurtured. The god of destruction got really angry at it and decided to go down to the planet and cause havoc, but that was a forbidden taboo from the gods. And slowly but surely, the god of destruction became what was known as the Tarrasque. The Tarrasque was defeated by the people of the land and separated into 7 pieces. These 7 pieces were then distributed around the world and became the 7 great dungeons of Aulestria. Each dungeon started to corrupt the creatures of the land, and that is where we get the irredeemably evil monsters. Though in recent times, a race that was created by the dragons, known as humans, actually learnt a method to give sapience to monsters. And so there's like this age of shifting alliances and the like. As for what we're doing, we are going to be doing an adventure in this area here. We haven't named this area of the ocean, but it is fundamentally the Pirate Islands. We have Ruff End, which we're building right now, which is our starting zone. We have a few dangerous places, such as Port Hazard, which is, kind of like, violent orcs and mercenaries and killers and cutthroats and murderers. The Willery Atoll, which is Tortuga. Lichen Hollow and Bilgehaven, which is a two warring pirate captains who had established their own settlements. And then, of course, we've made one new island, which is Newbone Island, which is kind of like a chop shop island. So if you steal someone's boat, you can sail it to Newbone Island and give it what's called new bones, basically shaving off the registration, repainting it, new sails, the whole works, and then you can piss off. Or alternatively, you can have it broken down for parts so that they can make new ships and then sell them. It's a chop shop for pirates. We are currently building Ruff End, which is that city, and we're making some pretty good headway. So where are we at? Let's get back to Scrivener real quick. All right, so town name, the premise, yep. Town size, yada yada yada. I like the idea that the guild kind of manipulates travelers. You know, if you've seen those really like cheesy Japanese kind of mafia things, you know, the yakuza sort of goes up, they bump into someone, they spill something on their shirt, and they're like, "Oi, this shirt cost me $4 million. You now owe me $4 million, or I'm gonna have to break your legs." You know, I like that kind of idea. So, with that being said, I think the next important bit here is to create these guilds. Now, I don't want to be so barren as to go like, oh yeah, there's a thieves guild and there's a warriors guild. You know, I want houses, I want people, I want characters. So I'm gonna ask for you guys to inspire me. Inspire me with a premise or a word trigger or something, and we will create that guild. Oh man, I love pirates too. So anything at all. Have you worked on ship combat? Yeah, I was actually a cast member in the Ghost of Saltmarsh campaign on the D&D Twitch channel. I also helped Guy Sklanders on How to Be a Great GM with his rules on his complete guide to nautical campaigns. I've done ship combat and ship stuff before. There's things to learn and things that I've learned to make it more fun and way more streamlined than what is currently available. So there's a lot of house rules that'll actually be in play for that. So yeah. I was the shipwright school. Yay. So yeah, it'll probably be very similar to what Guy did in his book, but as for my ship combat, there'll probably be some leaning to a phase system, very similar to Starfinder. So yeah, gonna mix up a few things. Okay, so shipwright school. Okay, so Wolven, you're thinking like a carpentry school, a carpentry guild. I like that. All right, so I'm gonna make this dude. Okay, so this is Old Bones. Oh, a Rattlebone. All right, so Rattlebone is a something, whatever. We will decide that later. A retired shipwright who was said to work on some of the most infamous vessels to sail the seas, and runs the Shipwrights Guild in Ruff End. Little do the people know, he is also the secret mastermind behind the shipyards on New Bones as well. His 3 sons and 2 daughters are in charge of the day-to-day. But the tale of Rattlebone ensures that most remember to tip their shipwright. Alright, I like that. So this is the Shipwright Guild. All right. I like that. The Fisherman's Guild, secretly fishing for impressing crews. Ooh, I like that. Fisherman's Guild. Fisherman's Guild. All right, I like that. So, Fisherman's Guild. So what can we make fun with this? Oh, I like this. Bup, 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 bup. Bjorg. Bjorg Irvum. Orvum. A stout and powerful man from the north. This sailor leads the Fisherman's Guild. The Fisher's Guild. While it may be apparent that members of the guild are hunting fish, the true calling of the guild is protecting Ruff End from sea monsters under the guise of fishing. The other guild masters know of this and support the fishers' efforts with new boats, weapons, and resources. In return, rare harvested materials, and of course, fish are provided to the town. Yeah, basically, so does it, okay, so answer these questions. Grizzle, does the Fisherman's Guild include whaling? I'm gonna say no. I think while whaling is definitely a thing, I don't think that whaling is part of this Fisherman's Guild type thing, because that would basically mean that there would have to be whales in the harbor here. I definitely think that there are aquatic sea monsters, like sea serpents and the like, and I think that that's what they hunt, in the same fashion as one would perceive whaling, right? Like, you get out in the dinghy, you use the harpoon, you wang it into them, and, you know, you kind of ride it out. I think we can get the same vibe without, you know, killing innocent whales, or, you know, killing, you know, kind of like, you know, you feel for whales, you know, you don't want whales to be killed, but no one's going to turn a blind, you know, no one's going to turn an eye to a dragon that's breathing out boiling water at people, you know, it's that, you know, yeah, it's, I think it's more acceptable, and it'll be a lot more fun to do that. So, Bjorg Orgum, awesome. I don't know, I'll find a word for him. Yeah, stout, powerful dude from the north. I like him. All right. Next guild. What's another guild? What's another good one? Throw them out there. Any idea? There's no bad ideas. Coke is delicious and refreshing, and I love it. And I really want them to sponsor me one day. One day. Okay. What are the guilds? What are some good guilds? Guilds. I'm gonna just zoom that up a little bit so you guys can read that a little. What about a collector's guild? Like, not so much a black market guild per se, but someone who trades in, like, information or stuff like that. Merchant guild? Yeah, I think maybe a smuggler's guild. Smuggler's guild. Run by, let's see. Take a trip to Atlanta in the States. Coke's official home office. Ugh, one day. You know what? That's actually perfect. Atlanta. Maris. Privateers Guild, handing out jobs. Yeah, that's true. Privateers Guild, that'd be good. I like that. I will come to that in a second. And I said one, but then I completely forgot about it. So yeah, Atlanta Maris, owner of at least a dozen ships that sail on every sea, trading goods and services to those who can afford it. She took the position of Guildmaster to the Smugglers Guild after the previous... after her predecessor was discovered embezzling guild funds. She took swift action to make an example of the dirty old man, and now sits in his place with a desire to help those who need to move across the sea with some discretion. And blackmailing people. Yeah, I like that. Okay, cool. So that way that gives her an altruistic kind of side too, because smugglers are always seen kind of like either as like Han Solo, selfish jerks, or you kind of see them as like, you know, these kind of skeevy kind of like, you know, underbelly kind of people. I like the idea of Atlanta being like kind of like this hero character who found out that the previous guild master was like, you know, like being all sneaky and shifty, and actually put that to rest. And now it's like, well, no, we know that sometimes you need to get past, you know, blockade. Sometimes you need to get past pirates. Sometimes you need to get things in without people making a big deal. You know, and they're all about helping people do that, for a price, of course. A bankers guild. Bankers guild. There is a god of commerce, so there is a banking church. Toiler. Also, welcome, Toiler. I don't know if I've seen you around. If I have, then hi. If I haven't, then hi as well. I'm terribly sorry. I'm awful with names. Time Lords. Hello. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome in. Always happy to have you lurking. I'm building a pirate town. Handing out jobs pretty much for boats. Was also thinking there may be an official marine post or something here. No marine post. Now, so the Marines in my world aren't necessarily like the Navy. The Kingdom of Trist has no oceanic military presence because it is predominantly inland. They do all their trading through Ruff End, and Ruff End is a self-regulating town as per their own agreement. The only military is from the Kingdom of Brex, and they're a warlording kind of area. So there are like 12 or 13 kingdoms inside the Kingdom of Brex. And the Marines, as they were, are all about these guys. And they're considered a hostile invading force. So yeah, they don't come out and play, as it were. They kind of stay over there. But the PCs will need to deal with them, and among other threats to the ocean during that. Rather than a bankers guild, an accounting guild, cooking books for keeping the tax man away. Well, the guilds are all about actually paying the taxes on behalf of the town. So each of these guild masters actually pays the Kingdom of Trist for their independence, as it were. They offer supplies and trade to the kingdom. In return, there is no military presence in Rough End. Rough End is entirely managed by the guilds themselves. A little bit like Skullport, I guess, is what I would say that it would remind me of. So yeah, if you've kind of played Baldur's Gate and all those sorts of games, and you kind of know Skullport, that's kind of what we're looking at. Okay, so let's go to the Privateer Guild. Privateer Guild. So we have Rattlebones, a retired shipwright who worked on some infamous vessels and then eventually, now runs the shipyards in New Bones. So lots of money coming in his way and, trades with the crafters and the like. We've got the Fishers Guild, who is, of course, the monster hunters who go out to the ocean and slay all the sea creatures that threaten the town and come back with resources. The Smugglers Guild, who, had overthrown a previous, really bad guild master and is now in charge of the town. Yeah, it's probably a council of guild masters. That would be it, Connie. That would be kind of what I'd look at. So who would be in charge of the Privateer Guild? Who would be in charge of the Privateer Guild? Let's see. I mean, I think it would be kind of cool if there was a plot twist, like it was actually one of the lords from the warlording areas. So it was actually a marine who was in charge of the Privateer Guild. That would be kind of cool. It's kind of cool. Let's see. How about Golden Key Guildmasters Council? Plants to cause other problems in kingdoms unofficially. It's true. True. Maybe Rusan Kernelov. No, Bjorg Orgum kind of has the take on that. How about Rattlebone, Bjorg, Lanta? Maybe, what if we go with an Ironborn? So, an Ironborn is kind of like a Warforged in my world. They function pretty much exactly the same, except without the idea of the war. What if the story here is that that this particular Ironborn was created to ultimately serve a purpose, and that purpose was to trade in information. However, they didn't want to spy on anyone, or they didn't want to do that sort of thing. So what they became is a network for privateers to be able to do stuff. So I'm going to call him Bill. Ironborn innkeeper at the Banshee's Whale. They were once a spy for the Brexian army, but fell in love with the freedom of the people at Rough End, hanging up their jacket, which still hangs on the wall behind his bar. Bill has taken to using his vast network of informants to instead Find opportunities for sailors to earn some scratch on the open ocean for a marginal fee, of course. All right, so I like that. Bill. Now, the reason I'm calling him Bill is because I'm calling him Bill for billboard, because that's kind of funny. And I think that's hilarious. And I am so hilarious. Ha ha ha. All right. Okay, so we got that. Now, I don't know. I mean, the 4 is an unlucky number. I need one more guild. One more guild. So we've got a shipwright guild, a fisher's guild, a smuggler's guild, a privateer guild, and I think we need a... something else. So is a saying in the town, go take a look at Bill's board? Yeah, I think so. I think that's absolutely it. How about an arms guild? Ooh, selling weapons. Ooh, I like that. So maybe like a smithy guild or a smithing guild. The Quartermasters Guild. Maybe I'll poll this one. I'm going to poll this one. All right. So I like the idea of trading in weapons. So I'm going to go with the Smithing Guild. The Engineering Guild. I like that one. The... Quartermasters Guild. We've got a chop shop, and we've got a chop shop guild. The smithing, engineering, quartermasting. I'm gonna put the arms guild just because, you know, why not? All right, there we go. So these are our choices. All right, let us take our pick, ladies and gentlemen. Logistical supplies. Okay, a couple for engineering, one for quartermaster. I like that. I like that. Ooh, neck and neck. Quartermaster pulling up ahead. Engineering's not going down without a fight. Vote and vote often. Damn, we're tied up. Oh, there we go. Quartermaster's picked up. We're about the halfway mark now. Okay. Okay. All right, so we're tied again. Good. Hi, Tricky. What's cracking? We are building a pirate town. We are currently deciding on the name of the last guild. Whether it's a smithing guild, an engineering guild, a quartermaster's guild, or an arms guild. All right, quartermaster's taking it up again. We're hitting the 7. Let's see if we can get it there. It's like 2 vote difference from engineering guild. Okay, looks like the Quartermasters Guild is taking it. All right, Quartermasters Guild it is. Okay, here we go. All right, Quartermasters Guild. All right, so these guys specialize in specifically creating weapons and arms and the like. I think that should be the fundamental of it. So I think I mean maybe it's just me, but I think dwarves are always fun. But it's always a male dwarf, you know. So let's go with a female dwarf. I need a good female dwarf name. Gita. Gita. Right, Gita it is. Gita Crabhammer. A female dwarf in charge of Crabhammer works. A smithy and foundry for building and making weapons and other assorted metallurgy. It is no secret that she sells weapons, pirates, privateers, and anyone who can afford it. But she uses every cent that goes to her to fund a militia that protects Rough End. Okay. Reminds me of a barbarian that started off as an apprentice dwarven blacksmith. I was bent over a lot in the shop. All right. All right. So there we go. I think Gita is a cool one there because I think that kind of like brings us into what the council is and how they kind of work together and some pretty cool stuff that actually happens there. So there we go. We have Rough End. We have the people in charge of Rough End and the like. Okay. Okay. So I think the next thing from here, now that we've got some idea of Rough End, is let's go back to the map real quick. So we've got Rough End as this town. We've got the guild masters and the like. We've got like the nature of it. We've got the vibe. New Bones, I think, should be generally a neutral town. Whoops. And in this neutral town, it's all about money, right? Doesn't matter who you are. There's no fighting on New Bone. If there is, then you get blown to smithereens or your ship gets sunk or something. You know what I mean? Below that are some uncharted islands, which are over here, and that's fine. I don't think we need to really do anything with that, so we can just delete that. So these are just uncharted islands. There's a tiny splatter of islands. We can use them for whatever we want. It's often actually a good idea to leave uncharted islands because you never know when you might need just an island that does something. You know what I mean? Reminds me, among Uncharted could be an island. Yeah, Uncharted Island. That could be kind of cool. We could make one of those a volcano. But I think we could also do your idea in one of the main ones as well. Like I wouldn't have any issue with that at all. So these are also Uncharted Islands, so we can also get rid of that label. We don't need that. Let's see. All right. So now that we've got Newbone Island, let's look at the next big thing, which is chances are if our players are going to be sailing, they're going to sail from Rough End, and chances are they will likely sail to Woolery Harbor as the next port of call. Okay? So, along the way we have islands A, I, and Something Cove. All right, so let's start with Something Cove. Let's head down here. All right. What name should we give this cove? Actually, what should be the feature of the cove? Let's start with that. What major feature should the cove be? What do you think the major feature of the cove should be? What should the major feature of my cove be? Is it what's on the island? Should there be like a wizard's tower? Should there be I don't know, something. Just looking up some cove names. Cove name generator. There we go. Done. All right. Let's see. Maybe something destroyed itself. Okay. Haunted death trap, secret hideout. I love all these ideas. These ideas are fantastic. All right. Everyone, please just bear with me for a second. I shall return momentarily. We're going to go hang out on the starting soon screen, but I will be back just as soon as I go grab something. I will return. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. All right, I have returned. I think I've returned. Hold on. Ah, no, I've broken something. All right, you there, come here, you. You need to be here. And definitely a lot nicer. What are you doing? Oh God, what have I done? Ah. I mean, I guess, sure, that's fine. Just leave you there. All right, hi, welcome back. Okay, so looking at specifically the Something Cove, we came up with a couple of good ideas. I'm gonna throw them in for a poll, and we're gonna decide what we're gonna go. Now, oh, and also very, very warm hello to Avarian. Hello, good evening, and Cinder. I see you indeed. All right, so new poll. Cove. Let's see. Secret crab people home. I like that. What else was there? There was the... Yeah, it's the disappearing dag show. Yeah, I've been disappearing all day. Giant sinkhole. I like that. Giant sinkhole. Bottomless pit. I like that. Ruined tech. So an advanced, like, sci-fi kind of, what do you call that? Ancient future tech, buried here. So that'd be kind of cool. I like that. Ruins? Yeah, maybe ruins. Ancient ruins. That could be kind of cool. I always like the idea that cyclopses are extinct. That one's kind of from Pathfinder, though. So, I mean, it would be kind of cool if maybe, like, stone giants were extinct or something like that. That'd be kind of rad. All right, there we go. So 3-minute poll. Bam, there it is. All right. Cool. Now, don't forget, guys, you can, at any point in time, ask about anything regarding the game or the setting. If it helps you guys in deciding half of this stuff, it's always good for me to share. I just don't think about sharing them. Shelly's Cove. Shelly. All right. Let's see. Where are our votes going? Secret Crab People Home. Secret Crab People Home. Ancient Future Tech. Ruins, Crab People Home. Dormant Forgotten Technology is always a fun one. Yeah, no, I agree. And keeping in mind, just because we might not use it for the Cove, does not necessarily mean we won't use these ideas for other islands as well. We've got tons of islands. So, you know, like, there's always a thing. Crittington Shelley is the ruler. Shellington. Pinchy McCrabface. I feel like that would be the internet version of that particular character. Would be Pinchy McCrabface. Secret crab people. I know where this island's going. Crabrave. Hell yeah, Crabrave. All right, be sure to get those votes in. We are about halfway. So to tell you a little bit more about the crab people, I will be using the crab folk from the Complete Nautical Guide, which, of course, for those of you who do not know about the Complete Nautical Guide, it is a wonderful and incredible book by my dear friend Guy from How to Be a Great GM. I'll share with you guys. I'll share with you guys a little bit, a sneak preview. Let's see. There we go. Let me just. There we go. Look at that, all nice and pretty. So I'll share with you guys a little bit of a sneak peek. Okay, so yeah, Complete Nautical Guide. Just has tons of really cool stuff. The artwork is amazing, and by the way, if you love the artwork, Guy does all the artwork himself. You know, look at him. Look at that handsome Look at handsome bugger. Okay, so we want page 11 for the Clawfane. There we go. So there we go, the Clawfane. My shell family and I have worked these fields for nearly a century. We mean no harm to anyone. We ask for nothing from anyone and offer our food and shelter to anyone seeking it. That is the way. Any who would defile our lands, our people, our rights, will be our enemy until they are no more. So that is roughly what these dudes are. Yeah, partially a Chul servitor race. The Clawfane are sometimes called crab folk. Yada, yada, yada. Here we go. So this is what they have. They've got +2 strength and 1 intelligence. They live up to 500 years long, molting and gaining bigger each time. Alignment is neutral lawful, or lawful neutral. Size, stand on 2 legs with 1 large pincer arm. Speed 30 foot. Walk and swim is 30 foot. Natural armor. They have a natural armor of 12. Beach coma. They have the ability to breathe air or water. Pincer attack. You can make a melee weapon attack with your pincer, dealing 1d6 plus your strength. So that's the crab people, as it were. Now, in addition to the crab people, I just wanted to show off real quick. There are the Shakan, which I love. The Shakan are the shark people that I made, and I wrote this. I actually wrote this section. I was aboard the beluga when they attacked. I was there when 10 sailors suddenly vanished from the deck. I heard their screams ring out and suddenly silence. And you'll be damn sure when I tell you I saw the look in the razor-toothed monster's eye that took him. It looked at us like we were fish at the market, sizing us up for dinner. Thomas Blund, former sailor. Yeah, and I made this. I made them based on the New Zealanders actually. So they get a +1 to Constitution, +2 to Strength. They age fairly slowly, but survive more than 100 years. They're fiercely honorable, but tend to be chaotic. Though, yeah. So they tend to be 6 or 7 foot tall, 30 foot walk, 30 foot swim. Electroperception. While underwater, they can detect beings that are living within 120 foot. They have a bite attack of 1d6. They are semi-aquatic, so they can breathe water and air, and they speak Aquan and Common. So they're very simple creatures, but, very, very cool nonetheless. So, yay, there you go. So anyway, Complete Guide to Nautical Adventures is one of the, must-haves, and Pesh, if you're still around, I highly recommend, dude, seriously, Complete Guide to Nautical Campaigns, just get it. Get it, it's amazing. I will put a link in the description in just a hot minute, so bear with me. But yeah, there you go. So where does Jagsy rule, Michael? What do you mean, where does Jagsy rule? Jagsy doesn't rule anything. Jagsy probably just be in the shipwright place. So there you go. Let's see if I can get you guys the link. Sorry, bear with me. I will get the link. Great GM Guide to Nautical Campaigns. There we go. Follow the page, go here. All right, there you go. So for anyone wanting it, there you go. Halfway to my wandering boss. You'll get there, don't worry. I believe in you. All right. So, Something Cove. I think I was so distracted by the nautical campaign thing that I completely missed my own poll. Let's go have a quick look. Here we go. There we go. The poll is now done, and we have, I believe it was crab people. Yep, secret crab people home. All right, there we go. You were collecting crowns for a while, so I thought, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I do like my crowns. All right. So, crab people cove. So, claw. Reef, claw, cove. Done. Reef, claw, cove. I like it. All right. So let's quickly make this island. Island breakdown. There we go. So back onto Scrivener real quick. Okay, so if we look down here to Cove, we've got Reef, Claw, Cove. To surface dwellers and maritimers. I don't know how to spell maritimers. And sailors. I don't know how to spell sailors. To surface dwellers and sailors, this island is populated by a vast number of crustaceans, crustacean monsters called reef claws. While very pretty, there is little besides the stunning reef that surrounds it to see. However, below the rocks and surf lays the sequestered home of the what do we call them? Crabkin? Crab folk? Okay, so should we call them crab folk? I don't know. I'm torn. Is there another like scientific word for crab that like sounds cooler? Crab people, crab people. Scientific name for crab. Crabs are called Brachyura. Crustaceans? No. Crab, any short-tailed member of the crustacean order Decapoda. Especially the Brachyuran, or true crabs. Form such as the Anomura. Calincetes? Oh. Okay, hold on. Evarin, you've inspired something. Okay. I want something that matches crustacean with Cervantes. Crusvantes? Servation. I like that. Okay, servation. Cancerites. No, that's terrible. Home of the Servations. Coastal crab people. Okay, no, I like that. Okay, so coastal crab people who Yeah, do that. That's kind of cool. So reef claw close. Um, nice. Cancer is the crab. I mean, I get the reference. I understand. I follow the logic. Thank you. Papak. That's kind of cool. Maybe I might make the Maori crab. Pardon me. I might make the Maori crab. Like maybe a giant crab. You know, like an island crab. Wait, that could be cool. Sorry, Calendria. My bad. I have very poor circulation, and I tend to sit, when I sit for too long, I kind of get like restless. Moving islands. Giant crab with an island growing out of it. They feared being dipped in butter. Oh man, I could really go for some lobster. I love lobster. Papak is a monstrous crab sized vine. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I mean, yeah, I think that's a fantastic reference, and I think that's something that we should definitely have in this setting somewhere. All right, so we've got the reef claw and the like. Okay, so next up is something island I and something island J. Now I feel as though Grizzles will appreciate this. Let's make this the rocky island that Grizzles was making, that he wanted. So let's see. I need a volcano. Should call them something island. I really should. No, I shouldn't. It would just be funny. All right. Volcano. Now, a lot of these are just really interesting and very cool, like little details that you can add to really spice up your maps and the like. I'm sure I had a volcano somewhere. Maybe I don't. Maybe I have to make one. Do I have to make one? Evidently, I have to make one. Totally forgot what half of these look like. These are actually really cool. Ooh, that looks like a... Is that a volcano? Yeah, it kind of looks like a blood spike or something. Ooh, that's kind of cool. There we go. Put that there. Death. There we go. Volcano. Okay. So, Grizzle said he wanted like kind of like this rocky island kind of deal. There you go. Oh, right. Oh, geez, sorry. Thank you for reminding me. There you go. I did lose track. My apologies. All right, there we go. Man, I still feel bad for even typing the cast. Just couldn't help myself. 80s sci-fi geek took over. Sorry. No, it's fine. That's great. I love it. I love it. I mean, that's the thing is I love geeky stuff. It's a dead volcano with a paradise on the inside. So why the lava? Well, because I don't have a volcano that's not erupting. I mean, maybe. See, I don't have any open hold volcanoes, as it were. I mean, I got some mountains that I could possibly use, but you know, they look like mountains. Like, see, something like that just looks like a mountain. Well, I mean, alternatively, what we could always look at doing is potentially having the volcano create like a false, what do you call it? Yeah, I know. Yeah. So like maybe there's like a false lava. I know that sounds weird, but bear with me. Also, thank you so much, Calendria, for the 100 bits. You are a wonderful human being. Okay. So like the peak one, you think? All right, hold on. Let me try. I'll try it. I'm not gonna knock it. So that twinned peak one. Okay. And then what I need to do is I need to paint that with... There you go. So that would roughly be... Oh, I know what I needed. I know what I did wrong. Okay, so I need that, and then I need to change the layer to this layer. Nope. Yeah, perfect. Nope. There we go. There we go. Done. Okay, so there you go. That is something island. All right. So this is the inactive volcano. So I think we should give it a name like slumbering something or sleeping something. Do you know what I mean? Cult that prays the lava god. Suggest cults for everything. Yes. Ancient tech keeping paradise protected. Ooh, that's a good one. So so maybe what about Diablo's Rest? Kind of a play on the whole like volcano is asleep, you know, Diablo's Rest seems like a cool thing. And then what we could do is we can add there you go. Cool. Oh, so you want it barren on... Ah, okay, so you want it barren on the outside, and then on the inside... Okay, well, that's going to be a little harder to do. There you go. Alright, so Diablo's Rest. The dormant volcano hides the path of paradise hidden deep underground, kept alive by an ancient fusion reactor. Ooh, I like that. Okay. Hold on. Let me write this down. So this was Island I. So we're gonna call that Diablo's Rest. Okay. Okay, so let's write this down. Here we go. Hey! Hi, Penny! How are you doing? I hope you're well. I am doing some world building stuff. So welcome. We're designing an island called Diablo's Rest, which we're just running some stuff for. Hi, Daz. How you doing? Okay, so Diablo's Rest. Let's go with this. So Diablo's Rest, an inactive volcano that houses a entire ecosystem within deep within the volcano's belly. In a time long forgotten, a mysterious artifact of unknown make and origin found its way into the heart of the volcano. There it slumbered, nurturing life, nurturing strange new life that could only exist within the volcano. Sailors who traveled towards the island described the sounds of inhuman monstrosities and sightings of bizarre creatures moving in and out of the volcano are commonplace. Okay, I love that idea. I love the idea that maybe these, like, it's basically it's like an alien ship has landed some point in the ancient history of this world in the center of Diablo's Rest and has created a biodome in the center. So I think that's kind of cool. Pennywagon, I'm well, and yourself? I'm doing splendidly. I'm having quite a cold season of winter at the moment, so I'm kind of ready to go hibernate because I'm a lizard and it's what I do. But apart from that, yeah, I'm doing good. Grizzles, my inspiration was from a Redwall series book. I need to figure out which one it was again. Yeah. Look, I mean, that's the one thing about being creative. If you're being creative, you steal things. You steal things from everywhere. You steal things from all kinds of inspirational things. So, you know, it's important to do. Also, thank you, Captain Spickard. Welcome to the crypt. I hope that you enjoy your stay. I'm Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and I run role-playing games. And as previously mentioned, we are doing some world building today for a new campaign I'm currently in the works on. It is a pirate-based high-sea adventure, and it is going to be set in my my own custom world that I've been building over the last few years. Actually, let me show you the full map while I... Oh, no. Stop that. There we go. Let me show you the full map while I've got you there. There you go. That's the full map here. So this is my full map, and I'll tell you about it in a second. Dazzle, Howling at the Moon, yeah. Avarian, I love world building. I have a couple on the go. On one sci-fi and the other high fantasy, where magic is powered by association by dragons. Nice. I love that. I love that. I love when people twist around how dragons function. I've done that myself in this particular setting. You know, kind of breaking the mold and shaking up expectations. So there you go. All right, so here we go. So this is my world. This world is called Aulestria. It was created at the beginning of time by the various gods who wanted to effectively just see what would happen if they provided life to a world. Everything that was created eventually got put onto this planet, and it thrived. However, with the creation of new things came the creation of new gods, and with the creation of life came the god of With the creation of things, matter as it were, came the god of destruction. And when life came around, the god of destruction basically saw that as a slight against himself. That someone had that the god of creation was there to directly interpose the god of destruction, and he was super angry about it. So he broke one of the major taboos of the godhood. He went down to the planet and started wrecking things. Because he thought that his father was quite toothless and wouldn't do anything about it. He ended up being transformed and corrupted, eventually becoming a creature known as the Tarrasque. The Tarrasque was eventually beaten by the races of Aulestria and separated into a multitude of different pieces. 7 to be exact, and these 7 pieces now exist in the 7 dungeons of Aulestria, which is what's well known about my world. Yeah, the group has, I'm building this, this particular setting, as I need it. You know, that's kind of how I run things. So, for example, I made the Cinderfang Academy, which was, a game I ran, for the kids at the youth center. It was fundamentally, Jason Brenner's, Dimension 20 game. But, you know, with adventures, and, you know, that was it. Yeah, it's a little high school of not just spellcasters, but all adventurers. When I did that, I created Adelon Bay, which is this area surrounding. I then created one of the major dungeons for my Minion Quest series, the Dungeon of Selak Frayne, the Lich King, who everyone thinks that the Lich King is dead. He is not. He's in there, but he's just lazy. He's also thrice damned, which is actually really funny with the story. No, I won't share it. It's a long story, but anyway. And my Minion Quest guys ended up helping a small town called Robinswood, and this is the town that they were in. They visited the Vildraven Vale, which is a whole bunch of like fairy creatures and stuff. You know, they ended up going up to the Frozen Crown and Castle Vladislock. You know, so as I'm running these campaigns, I am then expanding and building on the world, because I don't know, that's just how I've done it. So for this one, we're doing a high seas pirate campaign. So this is the new region that I'm looking at. I'm looking at starting at somewhere like Ruff End, which is my pirate town, and then taking my players around the place. So the first thing we're doing is we're going from Ruff End to Willery Harbor and just labeling out the islands that are here. So we've now got Reef Claw Cove, which is a home to the crab people. We've got Diablo's Rest, which is an inactive volcano that now has an alien technology at its heart, keeping the volcano stable and also creating a biodome for unique and alien creatures. We have something on J Island and something on A Island. So we have these 2 islands to put something on. So yeah, we'll decide for that. The ship was an ark. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like the ship was like If you ever watched Titan AE, I will write that. It is very much, I'm thinking kind of something like that. Like a cedar, as it were. All right, let's do one more island. All right, let's get this done. Inspire me. What should be on island? Let's say A. What should be on island A? It's quite a large island. So I think there should be a couple of like villages and stuff here. So let's add a couple of villages. Maybe this could be the big village over here. Maybe we'll touch back on those ruins. Kind of dig that. Okay, kind of like that. Let's see. I'm trying to find a good lighthouse. Yeah, I think that's fine. Let's see. Dino herders. World's largest collection of knowledge. It's an interesting idea. I think it's a bit of a stretch, only because there we go, lighthouse. Sweet. So lighthouse can be. Let's go with here. There. All right, I love that. And then let's add some trees, some happy little trees. Maybe some. Okay, like a little foresty kind of area there. Kind of like that. Maybe a couple of hills. And maybe some cliff faces. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. All right, cool. There we go. Call it floored. All right. Sorry, Dag, I'm poisoning your chat. No, you're not. No, you're not. You are absolutely not. All right. I still want my island so that it's flat at its highest point. That's less than a dozen feet above sea level. Well, then it has to be. Look, here's the thing. You can want what you want, Grizz. I'm gonna try my best, but ultimately, ultimately the purpose of anything you create is to be encountered and be explored. Having a flat island has a number of difficulties only in the sense of if it is a massively hidden one, I'd need to kind of, oh, you're not talking about the volcano one? You're talking about a different one? Oh, well, no, then you've got one already. Calm down. Let other people have islands. But yeah, no, I think it needs to, for example, you could have like, cool, my island is always invisible, or, whatever. You ultimately need to remember that everything you add needs to kind of have a purpose. I think the interesting thing is, this is just how I feel about it. World building is tough. World building is very, very difficult. And I have a great deal of respect for anyone who can do it. I think it's important to remember that part of world building is the entire nature of what you're doing it for. If you are world building to create a D&D campaign, then you need to remember that you have to always cater to your D&D campaign, right? Like you have to cater to the players that you're going to have. You're going to have to cater to the adventure that you're telling. The moment that you stop doing that, it suddenly becomes like, well, what's the point? What are you actually trying to achieve here? Sometimes you might be trying to, tell a story, like a novel, and that's fine too. Doesn't matter what your goal is, just as long as that goal is always, is always being achieved. For me, I mean, as much as I'd love to love this more, I don't. I enjoy world building enough as long as I'm motivated by the fact that I've got a game to play. So the fact that I've got a game coming up excites me about building these islands and stuff like that. But I definitely can't build an island for the sake of building an island. Do you know what I mean? I can't create a town for the sake of building a town. It's not that I have any disrespect for those people who can. It's just that I don't see a point to it, and I don't do it because there's no point. Whereas these islands here are places that I could see people going to and doing stuff, right? Like, I definitely see starting in Rough End. I could see us going and visiting New Bones and, dealing with the ship traders. I can see us going and visiting the crab folk, right? What I can't see is people just walking to a random island and going, oh, this is, a pretty island, and then leaving it be. For me, there'd need to be a point. There'd need to be a story. There'd need to be a tale to tell, which is why I loved the volcano. Volcano is a great idea because, there's a secret, alien artifact deep within the crust of the world, and the group has to go find out about it. That's awesome. That's a great story. That makes me want to know more about it, and more importantly, that will make my players want to know more about it, which is equally as important, Sorry, just real quick while I also remember. Do you remember the 21st night of September? Nope. There you go. Boom. Nope. There we go. Done. All right. So there we go. We got stuff there. Phoenix. Hey, what's up? Tough but enjoyable, you hope. Yes, no, it's world building is tough but enjoyable. Tough but enjoyable. Let me give you a quick shout out here, buddy. Now Phoenix is a wonderful human being who is going to be GMing for me this weekend as we play a D&D one shot. I am playing a hedgehog And I mean this politely. It is probably the worst character I've ever played, in the sense that its stats are absolutely abysmal. It is going to be the most let's see. It is going to be the most difficult character I have ever attempted to make functional in a game. I think my highest stat is a +2, and my lowest stat, like basically, I've got 2 zeros, 3 negative ones, and a 2. So yeah, it's rough. It's rough. But you know what? I've always risen to challenges. I love being able to put my own skills to the test, because the thing is, if you can't rely on stats, right, you have to rely on roleplay, and it's good to rely on roleplay. You know, I've played entire game sessions where I've never touched my D20, and I've had an absolute blast. So I'm very much looking forward to and hoping to do the same with this particular character as well. So yeah. I'm just going to add a couple of rivers here. Let's make this thinner. There you go. So just adding a couple of waterways here. There you go. Sweet. I love that. Okay. It's okay, Dag. It wouldn't seem right if your hedgehog was better than Sonic. That's true. That's true. Yeah. I like the idea of a stand-up comedian, though, and I've already started talking with Pesh about seeing if we can do, like, a comedy duo. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'm not going to plan too much, because I do like the randomness of everything, but if I can work something with Pesh to, like, kind of make us both look really good, or both, because he also kind of got some pretty bad roles, you know, then I think that's going to work better for the both of us, so we'll have to see. We'll have to see. All right, I need a name for this island. What is this island? This island is a very fundamental island. It's I haven't decided its alignment yet or anything like that. I've just created 3 small villages on this island. There is also a ruin to the north, because I remember we were talking about ruins earlier on. Now, yeah, let's think of some ideas. What's a good name for this island? Good name for the island. Let's look at the random generator while people are coming up with ideas. Smithers Portal. No. Jasper Glow. No. LaSalle. Okay, I'm gonna put that in the poll form here. LaSalle. Old Castle. Bent Boot. Yeah, generator was tough on the 2 bards. Yep, they were. Not gonna lie. Let's see. Come on, you. Pike Nest, Bilge Drift, Port Casting, Willow Crossing, the Isle of Watchguard, Avola. I like the style of Arians, but I don't know if Watchguard's the right one. Kind of makes it seem like a paladin paladin fortress of the kind. Kind of looks like a jawbone. Ooh, I like that. Yeah, giant jaw point. Giant jaw point. You know what? I'm just gonna call it jawbone. Jawbone Isle. Let's see if that one takes. Jawbone Isle. All right, poll is up, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see how we go. What name are we calling this wondrous island? Mm-hmm. 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 All right. All right. While we're waiting, I'm going to show you around my setting a little bit more. Okay. So, I have made the 7 dungeons of Aulestria, which I think are very important because they each house a piece of the Tarrasque. Now, anyone who comes in contact with a piece of the Tarrasque is forever corrupted. Which is why 7 dungeons were made. The first dungeon, and my favorite dungeon, is the dungeon of Salak Frane, the thrice-damned Lich. Now, the reason he was thrice-damned was because heroes could not kill him. They couldn't find his phylactery, they couldn't slay him, so instead, they cursed him with 3 irremovable curses. The first is that he may only ever answer truthfully. That if he is requested something, he must always provide what is requested, so long as it is within his power and does not bring him to harm. And the third is he may never turn someone away. The funniest thing about these 3 things is that it's like one of the things the hero said was, I would like for you to stay here. So he obliged, and he has stayed there ever since. He actually has also done some pretty dumb things, like, you know, he's made a club sandwich for a goblin because the goblin said, "I'm hungry, can you make me some food?" And he's now begrudgingly forced to provide the food that he can. So it was really very entertaining. And Salak Frane, that is why he's considered thrice damned, and he hides himself in this dungeon. Most people now think he's dead, and he actually has a PR team of monsters making everyone believe that he is dead, which I thought was awesome. The second bit of the Tarrasque, the bit of the Tarrasque that's in there is the brain of the Tarrasque. So that is what's over there. The second is Razorbark Hollow. Razorbark Hollow is a ever-growing petrified forest of bone, and that is actually the spine of the Tarrasque, having more appendages sort of grow out from the bones from there, which is really cool. I love this one in particular because the actual story here is that the very first vampire was Countess Wilhelmina Vladislav, and Old Castle and Jawbone. All right, well, you know what that means. We are going into the dice roller. So let's actually not flip a coin. There we go. Jawbone and Old Castle. All right, here we go. Ready? This is such a heavy coin. I'm always so worried when I flip it. All right. All right, that is Jawbone. You love to, yeah, I know. I've seen like a 5-way tie with this audience at some point or another. Does my head in. Does my absolute head in. All right, very well. Where am I? There we go. So we are going into Jawbone Island. All right, so Jawbone Island. All right. So anyway, let me finish up this tour. So yes, the very first vampiress basically was hunted down by other humans and killed by having a piece of the tree sort of snapped off and staked into her heart. What they don't realize is that all the trees in the Bone Leaf fen are actually the bones of the Tarrasque, and when it went into her heart, it transformed her into a vampire. So that was really cool. So that's number 2. That's the spine. The stomach. So this up here is the continent. I haven't given it a name, but it is the continent itself is a frozen ooze. The entire polar ice cap is, because the dungeon there is the oozing fjords. That's it, and the oozing fjords has the oozing caverns as the dungeon, and deep within is the stomach of the Tarrasque, and the bile inside the stomach actually turned into a giant ooze that tried to eat the world. And thankfully, ice mages from a secret tower, actually froze the ooze before it ate the world. So that one was very cool. So that was number 3. Where are the other dungeons? The other dungeon is in the Dragon Lake, but I haven't built more about that. I know that that's where the heart's being kept. Let's see. There's also the Eclipse Island, and on the Darkspire Mountain, that's where the Carapace is being held, constantly being melted down because it keeps regenerating too quickly. I haven't decided where I'm putting the other two. I think one of them is definitely going here somewhere. This is like kind of the lizardy area. Plus, this is another continent. I haven't even touched this continent yet. And this one as well. Like, there's just a few that I haven't done anything with. Was there a dungeon here? No, I don't think there was. No, I don't think there was. No. Nope. Was there a dungeon here? No. That's the Elven Kingdom of Salastar. Yay. Alright, so anyway, back to it. Okay, so we have Jawbone Island. Now, on Jawbone Island, there are 3 small towns. I think that, to be fair, one of the towns should be named Old Castle, because that was one of the runner-up names. I think another name should be, let's see. What else should we call this? What's another name? Give me some town names. I call it Northlight for now. Potterfall. Moorport. I like Moorport. Moorport will be good. Middleton. Yeah, Moorport's a good one, because that kind of looks like a moor here. So that's good. Now let's add in some anchors to like let people know that. Okay, so now what kind of town is this? Is it a friendly town, an enemy town, or a super hostile town? First in, best dressed. What's Old Castle? Is Old Castle friendly, an enemy, or super deadly? Friendly, enemy, super deadly. Greedy town? Okay. All right. Old Castle, Moorport, and Northern Light are greedy towns. Ghost town. Ooh, I like that. Maybe Northern Light is a ghost town. All right, let's write this up. So Island A is Jawbone Island. All right, there we go. Here we go. Okay, so Jawbone Island is home to 3 villages. Old Castle, which is a miserly town filled with greedy traders willing to sell their own mothers. Little did they know that their greed was fueled by a cursed coin that resides in the home of the town's mayor. cursed piece of gold from the lost treasure of Goldfist. All right, I love it. Old castle, done. Moorport. Moorport is a quiet enough town. However, people go missing every full moon when the tide rises, and creatures are said to walk the land from the depths of the ocean. Ooh, spooky. Very, what's the word? What's the thing? Ilmarsh. Very Ilmarshy. Lastly, Northern Light is an abandoned village. No one travels there. No one travels there anymore. Because one mysterious day, the entire town's population disappeared without a trace. Jammerjaw. No, it's Jaggerjaw. His name was Jaggerjaw, mate. Yep, that was his name. Were sharks. Yeah, it could be were sharks. You know what? Let's put that in there. Were sharks. Not Sharkan. All right, there we go. Without a trace. So, Jawbone Island's got some mystery. We've got some stories here, which is awesome. There is also an ancient ruins dedicated to the shark god in the northern marshes. There you go. I like that one. It's okay. I forgive you. Mostly I forgive you because Daybirth, who is my partner, has fallen in love with you, Phoenix, because you are sending her movies. So there you go. All right. And I think that brings us to the end of what I planned for, at least for today. We have created Rough End, New Bone Isle, the Reef Claw Cove. Let's actually zhuzh up Reef Claw Cove a bit. Just make it a little bit nicer, I think. Too big. Then let's add there you go. I love that. Fantastic. All right, Reef Claw Cove. There you go. Beautiful. Looks awesome. And then we also made Diablo's Rest and Jawbone Island. So now our group can travel from Reef's End, if they want to go to New Bone Island, they can, all the way through to Willery Harbor, which we will do next time. Thank you once again, everyone. You are all incredibly wonderful. Got the email that is shipped, so it's slowly on its way. Yay! Or you really want to play in your world so much, so amazing. Oh, thank you so much, Cinder. And you know what? Do follow the Discord because there are plenty of time. Well, not plenty, I should say. Whenever I do have a free moment, I do try to put together a couple of games here and there, and I do reach out to my community and ask people to join and help out. In addition, over the next coming few months, there are going to be some changes to my Discord where I will be doing, because normally I've been doing modules, but I will be, as I'm building more stuff for my campaign setting, I'm going to now start doing a couple of games in my campaign setting. So yeah, it'll be a lot of fun. It'll be a lot of fun. So yeah. And plus you get to play with awesome people like All Things Fantasy, because I run Patreon games through my channel and the like, so yay! All right, thank you very much, everyone. It was absolutely wonderful to see you all here. It is my truest pleasure to get to play and have fun with you guys, and you are all so inspiring to just hang around with and make this stuff with. As I said, world building is a very difficult thing to try and do, and sometimes just even having company to spitball ideas, come up with names. It makes a massive difference. So thank you all for being here today. We are going to go and raid someone right now. Who are we going to go and raid? We are going to go and raid... Who is doing stuff? Who's doing exciting things? I mean, there are always people doing stuff. Let's see. We got... Q Times, Scabby Rooster, Daily Dale, ooh, I do like the critical misses. Critical misses are definitely a favorite. Oh, Pesh is on. Is Pesh on? Where are you, Pesh? What are you doing? What are you up to? Yeah, okay, let's go raid Tales of Pesh. Let's go raid Peshy. Alright, so if you don't know who Tales of Pesh is a wonderful streamer who I will be playing alongside with this weekend. Do be sure to send him all of the love, and don't forget to use our new raid thing. And for those of you who are not subscribed to the channel, we have a thing for you guys there. Hey, cuz, you caught us just at the rear end of this. We are about to go and raid, but yeah, do be sure to copy and paste these as we jump into their chat and we unleash the horde on Tales of Pesh. While we are waiting for the raid to go, if anyone has any final questions about, hell, it doesn't even have to be about my world building today, right? If you have any questions about world building, if you have any questions that you'd like to give me, now is the time to do it, because I'd love to share it with. I'd love to chat with you guys. Also, before I forget, I would also like to give a very special thank you to, of course, our sponsors for the channel, which of course include Hero Forge, who allow us to, continue to do this awesome thing that we do. If you love my artworks and stuff, like the little guy over here, then yeah, be sure to follow them as well. All right. Any questions? Anything at all? Yet? Nine? No questions. All right. Very well. In which case, my lovelies, I will bid you all adieu. Thank you so much for joining us, and till next time, as always, from me to you, game hard or die trying. Bye, everyone!